This video was digitized from a photo collection I received from a Coast Guardsman, and it's of U.S. Coast Guard cutter Chelan in 1939 when she was homeported out of Boston, Massachusetts at the Naval Yard there. And this photo collection is just strictly of her 1939 time there and her ice patrols that she conducted. And I believe this photo collection belonged to this gentleman right here, Ludwig Zirkuli from New York. And yeah, just a great collection of photos here. Coast Guard cutter Chelan was a Lake-class cutter belonging to the United States Coast Guard, launched in May of 1928 and commissioned in September 1928. And she spent 13 years with the Coast Guard, and then she was transferred to the Royal Navy as part of the Lend-Lease Act during World War II and renamed HMS Lulworth, Y60. And during the war, Lulworth served as a convoy escort ship. And the Chelan was commanded by Commander Edward H. Smith in 1939. And just doing a newspaper search of the Chelan in 1939, she had extensive coverage because she was, doing these ice patrols, and so it garnered a lot of newspaper coverage. And they were also started conducting weather balloon testing, and so that was kind of groundbreaking for the time. And when she made her May 1939 ice patrol, she was accompanied by this gentleman right here, George A. Ritchie of the Morning Union newspaper, and he boarded the Chelan in Halifax, Nova Scotia on May 7th, 1939, and documented their ice patrol with still and motion pictures, and while they patrolled the North Atlantic on an ice patrol. And he stated that the Chelan saw 52 large icebergs and 200 small icebergs known as growlers during their 3-week patrol. And there's also quite a few pictures here of Halifax, Nova Scotia, and a port call that the crew of the Chelan made. And that would have been normal for them. Their normal operating patrol was coming out of the naval yards in Boston, Massachusetts, and then heading out in the North Atlantic, and then pulling into Halifax, Nova Scotia for a break, and then going back out on patrol and until they were relieved by another cutter. And you'll also see a couple of photos of the crew of the Coast Guard cutter Chelan at a cemetery in Halifax, Nova Scotia, for those that perished in the RMS Titanic sinking on the 14th of April, 1912. And newspaper accounts from 1939 had Coast Guard cutter Chelan laying or dropping 2 wreaths in the water at the location of the sinking of the Titanic to remember the event and those that perished. So I thought that was pretty cool that there were some pictures in here, and then also it was collaborated in newspaper articles for the time. Speaking of newspaper articles, I came across an interesting one when I was researching this video of the Chelan, and it was the arrest of the pay clerk, the chief warrant officer on board Chelan, Chief Warrant Officer Joseph A. Harris, and he had made off with $30,000 that was meant for salary, supplies, and fuel. And if you remember earlier on in this video, the picture of the newsman there from the Morning Union newspaper, George A. Ritchie, he had just gotten on board on the 7th of May in Halifax to go along with Chelan on the ice patrol, and on the 10th of May, just as they were getting ready to get underway, the Chelan realized that the warrant officer was gone and $30,000 was gone. so I think that was probably the biggest scoop of the year for George A. Ritchie there, and as he reported on it. And the Coast Guard eventually tracked him down and got the money back. But I'm sure the crew wasn't too happy that their their salary money had disappeared. But yeah, I thought you'd enjoy that story. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this great look at Coast Guard cutter Chelan in 1939. I'd like to thank Ludwig Zirkuli for taking the pictures and capturing this bit of history in this Coast Guard cutter. I hope you enjoyed this bit of history. Try to upload military and patriotic videos to my site here, about every other day. And if you're interested in a good read, check out my books at www.edsemler.com.